Hi everyone, welcome. This is Peter Sunday one, our Ramble episode. I'm your host Peter, and we can start with the usual slogan. And let's start immediately. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Yes, people, it's true, and we can start. Hi everyone, this is Peter Sunday one, our Ramble episode, and as you know, this is my traditional 1 hour ramble episode where I want to talk and talk and talk and talk in English for 1 hour without any kind of preparation like usual. And as you can see, I'm using at this moment my new studio LED light Rolei Loomis uh, comfort ring LED light color, and I'm using the white LED light with the uh, second second most with the second most lowest option for the brightness of the whole LED my LED light. Yes, Peter, you why did you explain it so with so complicated way? Yes, you can see that I'm using my new studio LED light, and is the second most lowest option of the brightness of the whole LED light, and you can see that my face is perfectly lit, but I don't know if it isn't too shiny this new LED light, but it's the second uh, most lowest option of the setup, and I think that if I can look into it without problems, I can think that the LED light is okay. And yes, because you have to see my face properly, and it was a good idea. And yes, okay, Peter, and yes, Peter explained the rules. Yes, I want to explain you the rules that the main goal of this Peter Sunday 1 hour ramble episode is simply talk and talk and talk and talk and talk in English without any kind of preparation, and I hope that without any kind of problems. And because I want to practice my speaking skills in English, and my Peter Sunday 1 hour ramble episode is the best kind of episode for it, because I have to regularly practice my speaking skills in English, and it's not for and it's not my first Peter Sunday 1 hour ramble episode. You can see that I can talk for 1 hour without any kind of preparation, and I'm so proud of myself that I can do this. And I don't know if the LED light is not too strongly. Well, the moment. Where is the here? Here is the option. I can try to lower this. Oh, it looks bad. What do you think, people? It looks bad. Okay, I need to use this. This is better. Okay, I want to keep this because the lowest brightness is bad, and this second most lowest brightness is the best golden option for me. And as you can see, um, yes, I'm feeling that this LED light is maybe too strong, and I don't know. I can simply put it. Wait a minute. If I can put it a little away from me, but I don't want to. Wait a minute. Yes, now if it's wait a minute, and if it cannot be better. Wait, and now perfect, perfect, and now I can stream much better. Yes, this is enough. This is enough because the LED light was too near my face, as you can see, and it has to be 80 centimeters, at least 80 centimeters away from of my face, and now it looks better because it was too strong, and we can continue. Okay, people, I didn't start it the main rules. And Peter, don't be shy because you can do this. Okay, I know. Don't worry, Peter. Yes, I'm talking to myself because I'm talking to myself like idiot, but it's not. I'm not an idiot. It's the part of the comedy routine. I like to do this, and and thanks to this self talk, I can. mm, I'm fighting with my shyness, and it works, as you can see. And yes, I as you know, the main goal of this Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode is to simply talk and talk and talk about every kind of nonsense. Because I want to survive and improvise for 1 hour in English. And this is the main goal of this Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. Okay, we can start with the first topic. And the first topic is my new. Yes, I want to introduce you my new studio LED light. It's called Role Loomis. Uh, how it's called? Wait a minute. It's called Role Loomis Ring LED light Comfort, and I think it looks. I mean that I think that the LED light is much stronger, and because it's and the LED light, the ring LED light, it's much stronger, and the tripod looks stronger too. But yet, yes, when I'm looking at this right now, I think it's a little cheap. But I hope that is much better than it used to be with the previous kind of studio LED light Connect IT. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But don't worry, people. I bought it via famous Slovak e-shop, and I bought instantly changing if something is broken, and I think it was a very good idea because my new LED light is much stronger. Uh, it's it was I can use it, my new studio LED light ring, uh, uh, Relay Loomis for doing podcast, because the previous one was created was produced for doing selfies, and this kind of my new studio ring LED light Relay Loomis was created, was produced for doing podcasts, and for doing vlogs, and doing uh, videos, or other content for social media, and or for podcasting, and I can see that the light is much stronger. And it yes, and I discovered that I cannot use the first option because because my face is not well lit, but the second lowest option looks much better. I bought it on Friday. On no, not on Friday. I bought it on Thursday via a shop, and I went for it on Friday, and you can see that the difference between my last published episode Learn English with Peter. Yes, you can see the difference between the last two Peep Mode episodes Learn English with Peter and the first one. Uh, Peep Mode episode of my novel The Miracle Diary. The difference is very big because because this studio ring LED light from Loomis from Role Loomis uh, looks better, and it's much stronger, and it's great. And now you can see the difference too. And I was thinking that if I return, if I want to return my older Connect IT, I have to wait for 30 days, and I don't want to be 30 days without a good uh, lighting of my face, because I can see the very big difference because between these two last people episodes Learn English with Peter with this yesterday's people episode about Vera the Empire Girl, and you can see that the difference it's very good. It's a big difference, yes. And the second thing is uh, that I had a little problems with my mouse because it was unplugging the whole time. But as you can see, my gaming notebook, Asus TUF A15, uses for the for two USB-C ports and for two USB-A ports the same controller that is connected into into my into my motherboard of my gaming laptop, and my USB ports worked perfectly because you can see this my live stream, and everything works. You can hear me, you can see me, and then people, you don't believe me, but I checked. Peter, just talk. No one can judge. No one can judge you. You can do this without problems. Yes, yes, Peter. But it's very hard to talk about these technical things. But I want to explain you simply that I tried my two USB A ports because I was thinking that they are damaged, but they are not actually, because I asked Microsoft Copilot about this, and he found the information on the internet that my USB-C ports and my USB-A ports using the same controller connected to my motherboard of my laptop. That means that USB-C ports and my USB-A ports are okay, and it's true because I unplugged my mouse, and I played two songs because I connected my gaming headphone that you that have USB A connection, and you don't believe me, everything worked well. That means that my mouse had problems, but yesterday during my live stream, my mouse worked without problem. But today I discovered that it's freezing again. It means that I want to buy a new mouse. But again, Microsoft Copilot explained me that, Peter, you have to buy a new mouse, but you can buy USB-C uh, adapter. Thanks to it, you can connect your new mouse into it, and but it has to be powered USB-C adapter, and why I want to buy this USB-C adapter plus my new USB-C gaming mouse, because it's more stable than USB-A, and it works much better, and this my new USB-C uh, adapter has to be powered, and when I use its power, I can simply use my new mouse without problem, but it has to wait until uh, until my big summer vacation. But yes, because I don't. Yes, you cannot do no. You because you cannot know this, uh, but I want to have 2 weeks of day off. But I want to stay at home. I want to have my 2 weeks of and I want to be at home during the first 2 weeks of August. But well, I have to ask. I have to ask if it's possible in my work, but I hope so that it's possible. And but I want to be at my plan is to be at home, and I want to continue with my podcast. Why not? Because I want to be at home, and my podcast is my hobby. And yes, I can simply start with the, and now I can continue with the new topic that is that is the this week. Yes, people, as you know, I the last the first 4 days of the week, the first 4 days of the week were about streaming and recording 4 episodes of my People Mode episode Learn English with Peter. And as you know, I tried two new types of my People Mode episode Learn English with Peter. The first type episode, it's called storytelling, and it's about I generated 500 word romantic story that that my AI chatbot Microsoft Copilot generated for me, and it explained English vocabulary and grammar used in this story. And the second type is practicing real life English situations in English, and I enjoy it very much. These two new types, and I want to use these three types of my people episode learn English with Peter. The first is called grammar time. When Microsoft Copilot in his study and learn mode explains English grammar, and then he can generate 500 word funny story. And the second type is storytelling, when my favorite AI chatbot, Microsoft Copilot, can generate uh, 500 word romantic story, for example, and then he can explain the English grammar and vocabulary used in this story. And the third type uh, is practicing real life situations in English. Why not? I think it's a very good idea how to do this more interesting, because the main goal of this people episodes learn English with Peter was to use AI chatbots as my English teachers. And as you know, you cannot only learn English grammar, you have to learn English grammar, uh, you have to practice everything. And I think these three kinds of my people episodes learn English with Peter are a very good idea. Okay, and Peter, just don't look into this ring light because it's too strong. I think again, but it cannot be worse. Or I can simply uh, yes. Now it's maybe better. Yes, now it's better because you can still see my face perfectly, and it cannot be very very near my face because I have problem with my eyes. There. Yes, as you can see, I'm still fine. Trying to find the best position for my new LED light, and I don't know where I have to put it. I know that it has to be at least 80 centimeters apart of my face, but now it looks perfectly, and we can continue. And yes, I was talking about this week. Yes, yes, Peter, you can continue. And yes, I want that I created for episodes of for live streams of my episode Learn English with Peter. This Friday, I had my publication day of Peter's English podcast, when I published 8 recordings as my official episodes of my podcast. And yesterday, as you know, I did my people mode episode about chapter 20 of season 3 of my novel Vira the Vampire Diary. And I can explain you the content of this chapter 20. This chapter 20 is very crazy. It's full of uh, it's full of a lot of funny wild dialogues and crazy situations, because Vera's sister Lucia uh, came to Vera and Peter flat, and Vera was cuddling with Peter while Lut, while Vera's sister uh, Lucka came, and this situation was very funny, because Vera started to make fun of Vera. Peter, what they're talking about? Lucka started to make fun of Vera, that Peter domesticated Vera so quickly, because as you know, in the chapter 19 was about Vera's changing of her behavior to Peter. Vera opened her not her eyes. She opened her eyes. She opened her eyes and her heart to Peter, and Vera started to be more romantic, and she started to enjoy, uh, and not to enjoy. She started to show to Peter more love to him. Yes, Peter, Peter, just don't be shy. Yes, just don't be shy. I don't know if it's thanks to this LED light or what. Yes, it is totally new thing that my face is leading so well. But okay, don't worry, Peter, and don't worry, people. And I don't know why I have these problems, but who cares, Peter? Who cares? Just calm down, just calm down, and you can continue because yes, this is a new setup of my podcast, and as you can see, is my new comedy routine. Is the part of my comedy routine, and I want and Peter just continue with the explanation of your chapter 20. Simply, Vera was cuddling with Peter, and yes, but because Vera had a problems, she had problems with her dark side, and Peter wanted to protect her, and they starting to have great time. They started to cuddle with each other, and it was very sweet, nice, and romantic situation. But it was interrupted. Thanks for Vera's sister Luska that came, and she was making fun of them. Vera was very angry. Vera was very angry, but Peter calmed her down again. And but Vera's sister Lucka invited Vera and Peter to the to the meeting with Vera's family, and Vera agreed. But Vera was very nervous because Vera's family is very strict, commanding. They like to bossing her, and they like to, especially the female part of Vera's family, like to flirt with Peter. But Vera decided to go with Peter, and she did it. And yes, of course, Vera's meeting with her family started with a traditional shouting, because Vera's mother Evka was shouting, and her daughter Vera, that she opened her heart to Peter, and so on. And but um, and yes, of course, Vera's father, Robert, was lamenting that Vera give me grandchildren. Yes, of course, the usual stuff of the Vera's family. But Vera's uh, great grandmother, the female vampire Zofia, calmed everything, calmed everyone and everything down, and they started to talk with each other, and Vera had to serve her family as they servant. Yes, of course, it was very funny, but uh, but the female vampire of Vera's family wanted to flirt with Peter, because they wanted to use Peter for earning more power from Vera, and Peter realized that three beautiful female vampires of Vera's family tried to flirt with him, and Vera was very jealous, uh, but Vera's mother Evka decided that Vera, we can do girls' night. Yes, and the girls, and the female vampire girls uh, went outside, and they were totally drunk, because they drank a lot of alcohol. And Vera again flirted with everything. She drank a lot of alcohol, and Peter came with the male part of the Vera's family, and Peter was flirting with three beautiful girls at the disco. Not Peter. It wasn't disco. It was the nightclub. With dancing girls. Yes, of course. I added this kind of nightclub as the part of the fun, and and Peter was very successful. He earned free phone numbers from these three beautiful girls, and Vera was and yes, and then Peter discovered that Vera was drunk because Vera's mm, family, her her mother, her mother, and her great grandmother uh, recorded her on the internet, and Vera showed very rude gesture to Peter. She was kissing with every man in the nightclub. She was very rude. She was totally drunk, and of course. The male part of the Vera's family was recording Peter too, but at the end of the story they apologized to each other, and Vera simply uh, but Vera and Peter love each other so much that they apologized to each other, and the story ended positively. Yay! Yes, of course. Oh, this half an hour of my live stream is a little chaos, but because I don't know if it's thanks to this light, but this light is simply too, again, it's too strong, or I don't know, but I think it's lit well, and yes, I cannot, it cannot be so. Can Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, people? It looks good. Wait a minute. I can simply turn it off, and can it's color is it, if it's a difference or not. Oh, now it's bad. Yes, it is different, but it's still dark. Now it's better. Okay, it has to be so, and we can continue. With the statistics of my Peter's English podcast, yes, I like to talk about my statistics because my podcast is not growing very well. But I didn't create this podcast and my novel, the Vampire Diary, for be uh, for being popular and this kind of nonsense. I created this because it's my hobby. I like to do my Peter's English podcast. I like to write my novel because uh, I like to because I like learning English. Yeah, yes, of course. And now I want to talk about the statistics of my Peter's English podcast, and we can start with the Spotify for Creator statistics, where because I have 5,146 total streams or downloads everywhere except YouTube. Yay! Thank you, boys and girls. And we can start with the Spotify, where I have 14 followers. I think I have 21 watch hours and 12 minutes of total watch time only on Spotify, where the biggest audience are girls in my age. Hey, thank you, girls, and boys are too there, and of course from Slovakia, and now we can continue with the best country, because the biggest country of my Peter English podcast everywhere except YouTube is USA, yeah, with 30%. Second place is for Japan with 14%, I think. The third place is for the second place is for Japan, as you know. Peter, you talked. You, I don't know why I'm so shy today. I don't know if it's thanks to this LED light or what. And but okay, Peter, don't worry, don't worry. I simply. I think that I'm too shy because I'm using this new LED light. Yes, thanks to Role, thanks to Role Loomis. I'm so shy because it's because this LED light works so great that I'm shy in front of it. Peter, please don't be shy. It's not a big part. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. And Peter, continue. Yes, I want to continue that the first place, the biggest country is the USA. Thank you, boys and girls from the USA. The second place is for Japan. Fourth place is for Vietnam. And yeah, fourth place is for Slovakia with 7.8%. Fourth place is for Brazil. Yay. And now we can continue with the devices. Because I think that is still the biggest device. No. Yes, not device. I want to talk about the biggest, um, about the most popular methods of listening or watching my Peter English podcast. The biggest and the best method is web browsers. Yes, people like to watch or listen to my content via web browsers on macOS, because the biggest and the most popular operation system where people like to listen to my content is is Mac OS, not WebOS, Mac OS. The second place is for Windows, third place is for Android, and the fourth place is for iOS with only 4%. And that means that people like to watch or listen to my content on the devices with macOS. Okay, and now I want to talk uh, about the statistics of my YouTube channel, because I discovered today, I had just discovered that on YouTube I have 39 followers. Yay, thank you boys and guys. And this and where I have uh wait a minute. I think, yes, my shorts on YouTube have 6,900 views. That's great number. My long videos have 4,400 views, and my live streams have together 1,500 views. Perfect, Peter. I'm so proud. Yes, I'm so proud. And I have 146.7 total watch time on YouTube. I think it's a great number, but I could have more followers. But okay, I don't care. And yes, I forgot to tell you people that I have 14 followers on Spotify. And yes, Peter, you forgot to talk about Apple Podcast Connect. Yes, on Apple Podcast Connect, I have 12 followers, 7 hours of total listening time, and more than 460 views. Yes, exactly. And and I'm and I'm and I want to thank you people. I don't know, but this red light is too strong. I don't know if I have to uh it, but now it's 80 centimeters apart. Yes, I simply have to do something. I don't know, but it has to be so because it's too strong. Okay, I think this is okay. This is enough. And but I can't to be close my face, and now it works perfectly. Now it's good. Yeah, people, I'm so happy because I'm discovered the right uh, light. Yes, now it's good enough, and I can talk and talk without problems, because I was so shy. Because again, because the LED light was very strong. Yes, now I'm feeling much better. I used the most lowest brightness of my LED studio ring LED light, Relay Loomis, and I put my studio ring landline near my face with the most lowest option. Now it looks much better. Okay, now we can continue with Peter's English podcast. With this Peter's English podcast with my live stream. Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. I was talking about Apple Podcast Connect, and yes, I'm still waiting for Hulu's video. Thanks to it, I can send my, my thanks to it, I can send my full HD video podcast from my Spotify for creators directly to my Apple Podcast Connect account. Thanks to it, my my full HD video podcast can be popular on Apple Podcast Connect, and it's a very good idea. But I'm still in. But everyone has to wait, and who knows? Maybe it can be a good idea. And I feel it, and I did. Oh, Peter, Peter, just calm down. I don't know why I'm stuttering right now. I really don't know because I used to do this very well without stuttering. Maybe I used. Wait a minute. But if I use, but I cannot move now with the LED light. Yes, this is very funny because I don't know the right setup for my live stream. I don't know. Peter talking into the microphone. I cannot. Wait a minute. I don't know why it's moving. I know why. But I can. Yes, now it's great. In the great position, directly into my face, and it cannot be this. This is much better. But it's too strong. I don't know. I hope so. I hope so that it's much stronger. You can see my face perfectly, but it's too close to my uh, face. Maybe no. It has to be direct. It has to directly well lit my face. Yes. Now it's better. Don't know where is the problem now. Why it's moving? I don't know really. Yes, I think that I know where is the problem. Now know where is the problem, but I cannot do nothing now. It has to be so. Okay. It has to be so, and I think I can continue. But the LED light is very strong. I don't know. I don't really know what to do now because this is something new for me. I can use this. This is the most lowest option. And or this. I don't know. But I discovered that when I turn off this LED light, so no, so no, different between between this kind of between this light and this light is it's a big difference. You can see me directly, but I think it's good enough. I can simply can put it here. Okay, and you can continue. Oh, I've been talking 36 minutes about nonsense. And now it looks much better, and I simply have to look. I think that I can use it, and I don't need this strong. It cannot. I can. I don't need to use this or this. This is much. This is very bad. No. This is the strongest. This is bad. Now it can be so, or it can be so. Okay, I don't know. Maybe this is too strong. I don't know. We can use this and then later this. Okay, Peter, just talk about something. Yeah, I can keep this kind of LED light, or but I'm feeling that it's too strong. Maybe I can simply use the most lowest. Yeah. Okay, I can use this. This is enough. This is enough, and we can continue. Or it can be simply much nearer to my face, but it's simply the same. Okay. Can put it here, and we can continue. Okay, I think that the Peter, this is not important. Yes, this is not important. I think that you can see my face perfectly, and this is much better LED light than the most stronger uh, uh, light of my Rolly Loomis. It looked this looked much better. Okay, we can continue. We can continue with Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode, and what I was talking about. I don't know now. Totally, I don't know. I lost the topic. Yes, I was talking uh, about the statistics of Peter's English podcast. Yes, I was talking about yes, I was talking about Halasa video that I can deliver from my Spotify for creators directly to my Apple Podcast Connect. I cannot use it until now, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting, and I hope that it can simply change my podcast and do this and do it and do my podcast much better. Okay, Peter, and don't be shy. Don't be shy. No one can judge you. Yes, people. And now, what kind of episode? What kind of topic I can talk? Yes, I can talk that about my feelings about my podcast, because yes, on the other hand, I've been doing this podcast since 15th of June 1924 until now because it's my hobby. I like to do my podcast. I like to do my Peter English podcast, and I like to do my novel, The Vampire Diary. Yes, it's true, I but I want to be discovered by other people. I want to create my own audience of English learners and English podcasters like me who have their own English podcast about learning English, and who have their own English novel uh, like myself for learning English. And I want to create Peter's English podcast community where we can talk with each other, and we can create our live stream on YouTube for our podcasts, and have fun in English, and we can practice our English together. But it has to be this kind of people who are English learners like myself. They like doing their own English podcast, and they like doing and publishing their own English novel for learning English like myself. And I think everyone can do this. And yes, now people, I want to talk about people who hate my content, who are making fun of me behind my back, who gossiping behind my back about my content, about my life, and so on. People, I don't care about you. I don't care. You cannot judge me. You cannot tell me what I should do. It's my life. It's my business, and you cannot do nothing. And you cannot do anything. Yes, not Peter laughing. You cannot do anything. Anything. It's my business. It's my life. You cannot change it. Yes. And we can continue with the people who like my content. Thank you, boys and girls. Thank you, everyone, for liking my content. Please follow me everywhere. But I want to continue with the next topics and what I can talk about. Yeah, I was talking about this week. I was talking about yes, I was talking about uh, the content of chapter 20 of my novel, Little Vampire Diary, and I was talking about I was talking about my plans. Yes, I was talking because I told you that I want to have 2 weeks off. Well, we'll see. But I want to continue with my podcast because it's my hobby. I don't want to go somewhere. No, no, no. I want to continue with my podcast as usual. And what else I can talk about? Yes, I can talk about the future of my novel, The Diary. I want to continue, of course. It's my hobby. I like to do this. I like. Oh, Peter, don't destroy this webcam and don't destroy your mic. Sure, MV6, because it was very expensive. Yeah, and I want to continue this live stream. And I can talk. What I can talk. Yes, I can talk about my feelings about my podcast because my podcast isn't growing very quickly as I thought. I don't have thousands of followers on my YouTube channel or in my Spotify for Creators account, and my podcast doesn't have thousands of views and so on. No, 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 no. But as I said, I'm doing this because it's my hobby. No one can judge me, but yes, you can judge me, but I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about your opinions. But I would be glad that if there were more people, but I don't know how to do this. And yes, and now I want to talk that I was thinking. Yes, I'm still thinking about my fourth kind of episodes. It's called Peter's Talk Show, where I want to invite a guest to my house, and I want to do uh, an interview online as my live stream on YouTube with my guests, and I want to publish it as my regular episodes of my Peter's Talk Show with my guests. But I don't have any guests until now, and who knows if I can find this kind of people. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe one day I can find someone. But well, we'll see. Until this time, I want to continue with my usual podcasting because it's my hobby. I like to do this. And okay, what I can talk about right now? I'm feeling much better now. I'm not stuttering like it was before, and because my LED light looks great now, I think this kind of LED light is well enough. Is strong enough. And okay, what? Yes, I was talking that my podcast is not growing too much, and I would like to change it, but how? I don't think that my thumbnails has to be different. I don't think so. I think, and my opinion is that you have to be discovered by people because my YouTube channel knows only men from Slovakia. Yeah, that's it. That's funny. That means that my Peter English podcast, my YouTube channel wasn't discovered by people from foreign countries. And this is very sad because my RSS feed, audio podcast of my Spotify for creators, it was discovered by foreign people, as you know, because my most popular countries are the USA, Japan, Vietnam, Slovakia, Brazil, and so on. Yes, this is perfect that people from foreign countries discovered my RSS feed podcast, but my YouTube channel was discovered only thanks to men from Slovakia, and it still can be discovered by other people. But how? You have to pay for advertisement? I think it's nonsense. I tried to pay for my advertisements, but only people cared about the real uploaded by myself on my YouTube channel, and it didn't work at all. No one cared about my podcast until now. But yes, I know how it could how I could change it. I could tell my family about my podcast, and they can support me, following me, and with the positive comments. But everyone has different opinions about everything, and I can. mm, Tell my family that please follow me and support me. No, 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 I don't need this kind of supporting. But if someone wants, people who can do this, of course, I would be glad for positive support and for following and for positive comments in English if you can speak English at all. But who cares? I don't need your help, but you can if you want. Okay, and yes, you cannot change me and judge me. No, yes, I told this too. What can I talk about? Yes, I'm still using AI chatbots, especially Microsoft Copilot, because it's a very good idea. And people, you can do this too, because you can learn English with AI chatbots in general. You can chat with them in English. You can use them as your English teacher. You can talk about every kind of nonsense. They can find every kind of information on the internet that you can use. But people don't trust AI chatbot. I mean that yes, if you want to know true about something, you have to find it on the internet. Yeah, and how to do this. You can simply tell a chatbot that a chatbot please find truth on the internet, and it can find. Yes. Yeah, but yes, it's a very good tool for learning English. Yeah, but it cannot replace you. And people, please don't believe that AI chatbots are bad in general. It's not a bursting bubble. It's complete nonsense. And because thanks to AI chatbots, you can learn the English much faster and much better. And thanks to AI chatbots, I created this podcast, and I'm still chatting with AI chatbots, especially with Microsoft Copilot, because I like this. But you can use another AI chatbots like ChatGPT, Gemini, uh, and I don't know if yes, 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 Peter. Only your cable tries to touch you. Don't worry. You can continue. And yes, I can continue. Everyone can learn English because people imagine that thanks to learning English, you can discover a big world of English content on the internet, because as you know, 90% of the internet is in English, and you can you can watch movies and series in English. You can listen to a lot of English podcasts and audiobooks in English. You can create your own. Wait a minute. I want to, but I cannot. I think no. It's nonsense. I don't want to. Uh, and I don't want to destroy my gear. And you can create your own English podcast, and you can write your own novel for learning English, and it doesn't need to be long. It can be short. And yes, of course, I forgot something. I forgot to give traditional free advertisement for my favorite English podcasters. The end I because I listen to free uh, my three favorite English podcasts for learning English. The first is Luke's English podcast. Yay! It's a British English podcast for learners of English like me or you. It's one. Every episode has at least one hour, and Luke created more than 900 episodes, and and you can listen natural British English with how it's spoken with humor and fun, because Luke Thompson is an English teacher and stand-up comedian from London. You can enjoy his podcast because and you can enjoy three kind of episodes of Luke's English podcast. The first is Luke's famous Ramble episode. The second is storytelling episode, and the third type is his it's Luke's interview with his family and friends. And you can support Luke with paying his LP premium. And I'm a proud LP plebster, and because LP premium is about serious Luke's teaching. But if you want support him, you can. If you not, okay. The second is uh, all its English podcast. It's an American English podcast learners of English. It's about American English and culture, and you can listen to American English native conversation between American English native speakers. Uh, I don't know if you know the girls from all this English, but you can listen to them. They are very funny, positive. They have a lot of energy, and they are simply good. And I like all this English podcast. The first is Speak English podcast now with Georgiana, and it's about American English and culture. It's about learning English, and it's this podcast. It's fits for learners of English like me or you. And I want to give a special free ad for Slovak and Czech English platforms because people from Slovakia and Czechia can try free videos of jazykový mentoring.sk or výuka aj online, where you can discover free videos and you can watch them and learn how to learn English, because as you know, learning English is not about learning English grammar and vocabulary. No, if you want to really learn English, you have to start not with, yes, you can start with English grammar, but you have to listen to a lot. And how to do this? It's very simple. You have to download and podcast app from Android or from iOS. Uh, you have to choose your favorite podcast app, and you can follow my free favorite English podcasts for learners of English. And how to do this? You have to enjoy this your favorite English podcasts while you can do something at home. But you don't need to listen to the whole episode at once. You can simply pause it and go to work, or you can do something else and then you can continue. But you have to finish every episode, yeah, of course, because it's the main thing. It's about finishing and enjoying these English podcasts, and they are very really funny and very good. And and what to yes, then you have to practice your speaking. And how to do this? People create their own podcast. Yes, first thing, you have to think in English. I'm doing this regularly. The second thing is, yes, you can speak at the mirror for and I'm doing this right now. Yes, I don't speak with the mirror, but I'm looking at myself at my record screen on my OBS studio, where is my face. And I think it's good because we people like to talk with each other and looking at each other during our conversations is normal. I'm doing this too, and it's instead of looking at myself in the mirror, and it's much better. You can't talk with your mirror with yourself at the mirror, but I think it's much better when you create your own English podcast. It doesn't need to be long. It can be short, and you don't need to do live stream like me. It can be offline. You simply need uh, good laptop or good computer. It doesn't need to be gaming like myself, but you can use good laptop or computer. Thanks to this, you can do offline videos or or audio episodes. You can use Audacity for this. If you want to do only audio podcast, but you have to use people I you have to buy dynamic mics, because not condensed, uh, because why you cannot use the condensator mics, because the condensator mics are so sensitive that they can uh, record the whole planet. Yes, and you don't want to do this. And yes, I didn't know about this. I remember because I looked at the shop, and I look, oh, Logitech, the famous company. And yes, it because I used to use Logitech Blue Yeti mic, and it's a condenser mic, as you know. And yes, it's so sensitive that it can record everyone. That I didn't know anything, because I don't know another podcasters who can give me recommends what to buy. And yes, I bought this condenser mic, but I discovered that it's not very good idea. And then thanks to AI chatbots, I bought my dynamic mic Shure MV6 that is connected to my boom arm PSA 1 plus Rode or Rode. I don't know how to how to tell this. And it's much. And yes, and you can use AI chatbot for creating uh, filters for your mic. Thanks to it, you can have this radio voice like myself. And thanks to this radio voice, I'm still feeling like the radio presenter in the Slovak radios. Yes, yes, of course. And it's very great feeling, and you can do this too thanks to dynamic mic. And yes, you can use if you and yes you can use free podcasting hostings like Spotify for creators. It's my because it's free, but there are other free. I don't know which are free. I think that rss.com is free, but I'm not sure. You have to discover what is free. You don't need to use only Spotify for creators, but you can because thanks to it you can create your full HD video podcast plus on for Spotify, and you can create your audio, your RSS feed audio podcast for everyone. And in the future you can use the Halasa video. Thanks to it, you can send your full HD video podcast to Apple Podcast content connect to, and you can have your full HD video podcast on YouTube, on Spotify, and on Apple Podcast. And yes, you can create only audio podcast if you don't feel to do video podcast. Why not? But I recommend you people you can buy uh, yes, I told you that first you need good laptop or computer for doing offline audio, video, or live streams for YouTube, or for not Twitter, for uh, simply you have to buy a good laptop, good dynamic mic, boom arm, and you have to buy a good webcam if you want to do full HD video podcast. I'm using Logitech MX Brio 4K, but I'm streaming and recording only in full HD because I don't have uh, mm, 2K or 4K monitor, and I don't need to do this because, as you know, 2K or 4K means more data, more free. You need more free time. You have to upload bigger file, and I think full HD is enough. And yes, you have to choose your free uh, RSS feed podcast hosting. It's free. There are a lot of options. You need good laptop or computer, good dynamic mic, boom arm, and if you want to create uh, your full HD video podcast, you need to good webcam. That it doesn't need to be not cheap. That doesn't need to be expensive. And yes, you need a good ring LED light for good lighting of your face, because your face has to be lit well, and you have to find the right option, like today, because it's not fun. Because, as you know, the very strong light is not good for your eyes, and I simply find very good uh, uh, LED light brightness of my Role Loomis, and now it's work perfectly. Oh, I've been streaming for 58 minutes. The time went so fast, but yes, the first minutes, the first 30 minutes was stuttering. But who cares, Peter? No one cares about you, and your uh, and your audience uh, are maybe animals in the forest. I don't know if someone likes my content. No one cares about me. No one writes. You can do this. But yes, people who are follow me and who watch my content, thank you very much. I'm so happy that you like my content. Please continue with this, and you can discover via the Empathical Diary. And I talk about this so many times that you can start to read my novel Breath of Apricot Diary. Every chapter has only at least uh, and has only 2,000 words. It's not the Lord of the Rings. Don't worry. It's not Harry Potter. It's not so epic. But it's not about the words. It's about the content. And I like do this. And I like to do my novel, The Empirical Diary. Yes, because I can continue. If you want to learn English, you have to practice your yes, not only English grammar, you have to practice your listening skills, speaking skills, now writing skills, and you can write in English. You can try write in English. You can start your novel, and it can be short. And this is the main reason why I created my own novel, Verto Veperko Diary, but I write in Slovak, but I use the help of a chatbot like Microsoft Copilot, where I put my Slovak chapter, and it can beautifully translate into modern British English. Thanks to this, you can read. Uh, Thanks to this, the whole world can read my novel, and you can do this too. And you can learn a lot of natural vocabulary thanks to this translated version. You don't need to write English, but yes, you can, and you have to read a lot. And how to do this? You can simply listen to and read in the same time the same novel. I mean, thanks to audiobooks in English and audiobooks in English, and thanks to ebooks or normal printed books, you can practice listening. Not listening, you can practice your reading. It's a very good idea. And what else? Yes, you have to find motivation. But thanks to learning English, you can change your life. Imagine you can have better paid job. You can enjoy a big world of English content because there are a lot of English podcasts. You can enjoy movies and series in English. Uh, you can enjoy a big world of English podcasts. You can create your own English podcast. You can create your own English novel and have fun. You don't need to watch television or TV. You can travel around the world and so on. You can meet new people in the world. I think it's a good idea to learn English. It can be very good hobby. I like this, and you can and you especially you can like this too. Okay, I think that I've been streaming and recording for 62 minutes, and I think that's it. Okay, people, I can stream for 1 hour, 3 minutes. I think for me, it's enough 1 hour and 3 minutes. I don't need to talk for 3, 4 hours or 5, 6 hours. But yes, because it would be a big marathon for me. Now I feel much better, like I used to. The first 40 minutes, I'm not stuttering, but it's not about this. Yes, people. Yes, I have to tell you this last thing. If you people don't care about your grammar mistakes, don't be shy and simply speak and speak as the host of your own English podcast. Have fun, because it has to be fun for you, and it's fun for me. And yes, because writing my novel is like watching good good movie on the TV. And and my Peter's English podcast is very fun. It's very funny. I like to do this. It's my hobby, and thanks to this, I can do something that I like. I can practice my speaking skills in English and improve my English and my appearance. And you can do this too. You can have fun. You can have your life hobby, because, as you know, this is not a race. It's this learning English is about doing marathon. Yes, because you had to do this the whole life. And yes, it's a very good idea, because, as you know, thanks to learning, the whole internet is in English. There are a lot of English content. As I know, there are a lot of possibilities. Thanks to this, you can improve. Thanks to this, you can use your English. And I think yes, you can socialize with everyone in the world. There are a lot of options. Okay, I think that's all for today, because I've been streaming for 63 minutes. And okay, people, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And let's read my slogan and Bob's your uncle. And here is: learn English, be successful, change your life, open other doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented, because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I want to tell you bye bye.